Welcome to another episode of The Untold. I'm Abdullah Al-Hindiani, and today I'm with my colleague Marzouk. Hello.
Hello, Abdullah. How are you doing today?
I am doing fine today.
Today our topic is really excited because it's about dietitian
Yeah,
and diet and what plan we could take. As you know, like a lot of people, when they try to follow a diet, it could be kind of difficult. But hopefully, with Ayat Abuhmaidan, she's gonna help us because she's a dietitian.
yeah, and we see a lot of misconceptions about diet, about, in general food habit and everything. So we want to correct that, right?
Exactly.
But we're going to take a short break and we'll come back with her.
Definitely. If you have any plan you want to stick to, either losing weight or gaining muscles, don't miss this episode. Welcome back, our dear viewers. It's a great pleasure to have Ayat Abuhmaidan, a dietitian, with us here today. Hello,
أهلا.
how you doing today?
Very good, alhamdulillah.
Hello, Abdullah.
Hello.
Are you excited for this episode?
I am, especially because diet is, back when I was a kid or even towards my adolescence, I wasn't really interested in diet as a general. But now, as I'm getting a little bit older, I'm going to say I'm still young, I've gotten way too deep into diet. So I think I'm going to ask you so many bad questions. So hopefully you're going to give us the correct answers.
Thank you and welcome.
Yeah. So let's start off with you, Ayat. How would you introduce yourself?
Dietitian from a well-known university who I was thinking about studying nutrition to focus on my lifestyle in the first class. And then I would like to enhance the people around me, how to eat, how they should make it as a journey, not as destination.
Yeah.
So nutrition, food technology is very important in our life now.
So was there anything in particular that made you choose this kind of profession?
I was focusing on wellness and health.
Yeah.
So after that, what inspired me, especially some people health problems with my family. So it's inspired me to focus on food and how food is important in every day, more than 5 to 6 times in a day.
Yeah.
We eat.
Sometimes, like when you are sitting like with your home, like with your family members, and seeing like the food, the delicious sweets and everything, you get like the temptation to try something. So, were you like this kind of person who would like to try, or were you like kind of measuring stuff before eating?
No, measuring stuff before eating. Not
time?
everything I will eat. I will يعني try to keep healthy most of the time.
Okay.
But I'm not starving myself or my family. They need to try, but not every day. MashaAllah, food is around us all the time.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, there is too many goods in our life. So every day we need to focus on how many grams of especially fats and sugar we eat daily. So we need to be careful to have measuring our food, how many calories we need to eat, and in the first class we need to be educated about what is the carbohydrate, what is the sugar, what is the fat, because there's too misunderstanding about that.
Yes,
So-
a lot of misunderstanding.
Yeah, and speaking about misunderstanding, what would you say is the biggest misunderstanding in terms of diet?
Too many people think that fruit is vegetables. Like that,
Yeah.
vegetables is
Separate.
something and the fruit is another thing. Carbohydrate is too many different ways. There is complicated carbohydrate and there is simple carbohydrate. We need to focus what is the good for us, what is bad for us.
Yeah.
Not everything is fine.
Yeah.
Talking about like carbohydrates,
Mhm.
what comes to my mind, they usually say if you want to lose fat, don't eat carbohydrates at night. What do you think about kind of this?
The timing of the food is important, but not is we shouldn't focus on that. It depends when you sleep. If you sleep at 2 a.m. and you eat at 8, it's okay. But if you sleep at 10 and you eat at 8, it's maybe sometimes you will be having some problem.
It's like
It
have some
depends.
time before you go to bed, like between your meals and the last time you're gonna go to bed?
Yes. Also, I don't like the people who not sleeping early because they will feel high in cortisol. High in cortisol, it will let them feel tired, and the cortisol will increase. Your fat reduction will be super
Like kind of
low,
Right.
low?
super
Okay.
low, decreasing in fat. So
See,
you need to increase your metabolic rate, you need to sleep early, and you need to decrease your cortisol level.
see, this is why I'm always afraid to interview, dietitians, doctors, and everything, because all the answers, as you say, are some things that I'm not doing. I'm sleeping late. I'm eating before bed. I'm eating a lot of sugars. Even my social media feed, sometimes because I go through all of these misinformation, I get people who are like, well, there's sugar in bananas, but there's sugar in Kit Kats. So you can eat both. I'm like, no.
No, there is so many difference between maybe banana and like banana and Kit Kat. Uh, Banana, there is okay fructose sugar,
Yeah.
but the kind of sugar, it will be healthier, too much healthier than the Kit Kat, because it's saccharose, there is fructose, there is magnesium, there is
Yes.
not enough energy, there is fat, there is
Yeah.
no fat, there is fiber, like too many differences.
And I
And
think
the ability of our body to maintain the energy from it will difference from
Yeah.
this kind
banana
or
to
another.
and
Yes,
sometimes like the spike of sugar. I think if
that
you take
spark of
Kit
sugar is
Kat,
very
it could be immediately. While
Yeah.
fruits is gonna have like a low-term digestion, right? They're
If
gonna
you would like to let you know about fruits, it's around 45 minutes to enter your bloodstream. Okay, but like Kit Kat or simple sugar, it will be 5 minutes. So it will be making the spark of insulin increase in your bloodstream very very quickly. So you will enter insulin cycle.
Yeah.
Insulin will be giving you too many insulin during a very small amount of time, and it will be decreased quickly. So you will have
Okay.
feeling that you need more sugar, more sugar
sugar.
all the time. Yes.
It's, a, it's a cycle.
You will enter
Yeah.
an insulin cycle.
And that all this goes to the point that I want to highlight before, is that there's so many misconceptions online from people who are not really in the field.
Yes.
But because there's no one to tell them, no, that's wrong. So the rumor and the bad information just goes on and on and on.
And do you know what one of this information, Abdullah?
Yeah.
Is like fruit. Some people say like you could take a juice instead of like eating the whole fruit. Like it's gonna give you the same value in nutrition.
يعني في misunderstanding about that, because the spark of insulin, it will be quickly in the bloodstream. Every 1 cup of juice, it will have 60 grams of sugar.
60
And,
grams.
every
Even
cup
though it's a juice.
200 milli, yes.
Wow.
And it will be around 120 kilocalorie, but in the same time no fiber, so the spark of nutrition in insulin, it will be high too much. So it will decrease also the insulin, it will be high and decrease quickly. So as
Not
a
recommended.
dietitian, all
Yeah.
dietitians don't like juice, they prefer whole fiber fruit.
So
So you will
for someone like me who's not really familiar with a lot of diet recommendations, so for example, I just woke up. What would be the most optimal way to have my diet for the rest of the day?
It depends how is your day journey. Like, are you a sport person? When you wake up, how old are you? All this aspect will give you how many calories you need to take every day, how grams of protein. Like example, if you work out, you need to around 1.2 gram protein per kilogram per day. But if you are a normal person not working out too much, you need around 0.8 gram to 1 gram of protein per kilogram per day. Because why I prefer protein? Protein is give you high energy, good high quality energy, and it's metabolic. It's enter your metabolic rate in the same time. In the
Okay.
same time, you need to build up a new collagen.
So it's basically develop good
and
habits.
make you satisfied,
Yeah.
not hungry. No sugar inside.
Yeah.
But you need also fibers. You need calories. يعني it depends your
It's a
height
good
and
balance.
weight. Yes.
Like depends maybe on the goal that you're trying to achieve in the future. If you want to gain or maybe like lose weight,
Exactly.
more like that.
Yeah.
It depends on your age. It depends on your
Goal.
activity, daily activity.
Okay.
May depend also on your stress situation. It's not easy.
So-
Stress take too much
Yeah.
calories from you.
So for now, I want to go a little bit away from diet because
Okay.
I'm getting hungry.
Okay.
Obviously, we don't have any food right now. But I'm going to go to Ayat. What kind of challenges did you have in this field? We're talking about the beginning, the middle, even now. What kind of obstacles?
Dietitians, they will work in clinic, they will work in hospital, and they will work also as a teachers.
Yes.
So there is a struggle inside every kind of majority. Like in hospital, I'm not just dealing with patients. I'm dealing with doctors. I'm dealing with policy procedures, technology, and I'm dealing with employee beside me, like the food processing people who I need to educate them, to make them a small nutrition, small nutritionist to make the perfect fit meal for our patients. So
Yes.
if
Yeah.
the meal, the one who prepare the meals put a wrong recipe to the patient with
will lead
to
kidney
problem,
maybe,
disease
yeah.
or
Some
renal
issues.
disease, yes, it will make a huge problem to the patient life,
Yeah.
not just.
I mean, in a way, I think because my mom is a doctor as well, she's in the medical field, and she also said that the hardest thing is not the job itself, but dealing with people.
Dealing with people is the most important aspect in
Yeah.
our
And especially like,
relationship in dietitian in hospital,
yes.
especially.
And some patients they are kind of stubborn. Even though if you tell them like, hey, it's gonna be bad for your health, they still kind of deal with it.
When you are talking about nutrition or dietitian in clinic, we struggle with the desire of the patient. They, especially teenagers, they would like to have sweets. They would like to have. They go out with their friends. How they will deal with
Yeah.
that situation? So I should teach them first how to be a dietitian. Then I will give them a menu plan.
Yeah.
So I'm not just I'm teacher more than dietitian who make a plans, implement a plan, or follow up with the patient. A
You're
teacher.
trying like to inspire
Yeah.
them so they can
yes,
follow up.
yes, they should be.
Well, they have youth on their side.
Yes.
Because I remember back when I was a teen, I used to eat like 4 or 5 shawarmas and then be completely fine. I was like 30 kilograms below my weight right now. But now I just eat 2 and then I'm full. I'm like, what just happened?
I think that you are now eating more slowly than before. First, then maybe you are busier than before. Maybe you was having more time that you are emotional eating, not
Yeah.
just you are hungry that you eat.
Yeah.
I think there is an emotional issue in that
Yeah.
situation you
Because
have.
for me, that was the point where I kind of knew I was no longer a kid. I was like, okay, so this is what it feels like to be a grown up. I can't eat
Exactly.
anymore. Yeah.
Like I have free kind
You
of
need
like
to control.
Yeah.
sometimes like could be following like a diet, could be like really hard. What kind of maybe like strategies that you kind of use to motivate yourself to stick to the plan?
First of all, we need to know that dietitian nutrition is a life journey, not a destination.
Not something
so
temporary.
It's a lifestyle.
Okay.
First of all, then you should be an education. You should learn and study more and more about food and nutrition all the time, because it's a changing information all the time. Before they was telling us that egg is bad for you, and now
It's healthy. Sometimes
there's-
say milk, and now you can like lactose free or something like that.
Exactly.
There's a lot of differences and little nuances.
So because of that,
Yeah.
we need to be updated all the time
Yeah.
about the nutrition and food diet.
But the question, where like to get this kind of information from? As
From
like a good
dietitian,
source.
sure.
From
You,
dietitian.
you should
Okay,
go
dear
all the
viewers,
time.
you can see like Ayat here. If you have any idea you want to get, you have Ayat. She's gonna provide you like with the correct information about food.
You are welcome all the time.
And thankfully we have you here, but we're going to take a short break and come right back.
Welcome back, our viewers. I know you were hungry, but not for food, but for more information. And here, welcome back, Ayat and Abdullah.
أهلا بيكم.
So let's go back to some of the diets that are going around. So we've heard keto, we've heard intermittent fasting, we've heard something where they avoid fat completely, someone where they avoid carbs completely. And a lot of people, there are two schools. So people say that only works because it's, essentially calorie restriction, and others say no, it works because it works. So where's the medical in that?
Okay, there's too many kind of diets in our words now, and it's all could work. It should be work for not long time. You can try it, okay, but it's not healthy for your health lifestyle. Okay, you can try for keto, you can try for low carbohydrates
Yes.
diet cycle. You can try also, but there is too many important information that nutrition balanced food is the best.
Yeah.
And it's a lifestyle journey. You can try to make a kind of stop the metabolic rate and make a shock for the your metabolic rate. There is a madhahib for the nutrition field.
Yes, definitely.
So my strategy of my nutrition, you can use sometimes for 1 week, 3 days, some kind of this kind of diets.
And how would you shock the metabolism? What is it?
By increasing, decreasing the timing of the food, decreasing the calorie, increasing the calorie, change the
Ingredients, maybe.
ingredients, timing of the food, because our body is very smart. When you give him, مثلا, like example, food at 8 a.m., then 12 p.m., then
knows.
5, he will understand after 4 days, he will
Build a system.
أيوة,
And a
take
habit.
this thing and make a metabolic rate, standard metabolic rate.
Oh,
So
okay.
it will be after 2 weeks, 10 days. خلاص, you know that I will burn around 1,200 kilocalories. So I will decrease my calorie burning
And
to this
keep it this way.
time.
Yeah.
So I need to check.
Shocking.
So
So
for
because of that.
someone like me who has been shocking his body by eating so much food for so many years, how would I go to the next?
No, you know, need
gotta
to
go down?
decrease. Yes, you
Okay.
need to go down. You need
And it's
to
gonna be like,
change.
where's the food?
You need also to make intermediate fasting sometimes.
Yeah.
We found too many good results on intermediate fasting, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. There is too many studies about that, and it's really working.
Working.
Yes, it's really
Interesting.
working, and we find out in my clinical experience.
Yes.
In my clinic, there is too many experience about intermediate fasting. It's working with my clients. Too many. They feel,
Like a
free.
huge change.
Rejuvenated.
They feel free, and they feel healthier.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the idea some people have when they follow a diet. They think they are like kind of prisoner, you know?
Yes.
So they kind of, instead of like enjoying the process, they feel like, no, you have to do it. So
I mean, that's for me why I can never go into a diet.
That's because maybe it's you decrease the calories without you can take too many multiple food,
Yeah.
too many kind of food, too much vegetables without feeling hungry. So the kind of food is very important. You can eat too much, and all the day you can eat in the same time with a very low calorie, and you can eat just small pieces of chocolate and there's too high calorie. So you need to be smart eating.
So it's about what I'm eating, not necessarily
The
about how much I'm
quality
eating.
and the quantity
Yeah.
and the satisfaction level of your food.
Yeah.
So, like example, when you have no fat at all in your food, there is no satisfaction here. So you will feel hungry all the time.
Yeah.
So you need to have a balanced diet with high fibers, higher in protein, so you will feel satisfied more than when you feel just too many carbohydrates and a low protein. You will feel all the time hungry, and you need more.
For someone who doesn't know how to Google, like myself, what are proteins? What are carbs? What are fibers? What kind of food do we have?
First of all, you need to visit dietitian to teach you
Yeah,
about
of
that.
course.
Then we need to focus about what is protein is any meat product,
Meat.
like meat, poultry, egg, fish, all the seafood. Also, there is a vegetarian protein like legumes.
Yeah.
Also, high vegetable food have a little protein inside. So, but the protein is especially meat, poultry, and
That's like the more common.
yes, I prefer
like the
all
main
the
ingredients.
time the high quality protein like meat, poultry, and fish.
What about fibers
Then
then?
dairy product.
And fibers, what are those?
Fibers, we can bring fibers from vegetables and fruits.
Okay.
Legumes also have high fiber diet.
You know, one time when I was kind of following like an Instagram account talking about like dietitian and stuff, I was scrolling on the social media, and then something caught my attention. It's like holistic approach to diet.
Mm-hmm.
Did it come to your mind before, like holistic or?
What the mean of holistic approach is they mean that the nutrition affect your lifestyle and your soul and your
And your soul.
brain and your hormones and lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
So when you are talking about food and nutrition, you are talking about how you will deal with your soul
It's
also.
Your
an experience.
soul.
Yes. A holistic
It's
approach
not only like
is-
about your stomach.
No. When you have a good food,
Okay.
you will have a good hormones, you will have a good metabolic rate,
Good thinking system.
dopamine, serotonin, all the aspect of your blood flow, how
Okay, I see.
it will affect your sleep, cortisol level, stress situation,
Because basically,
how you breathe in, breathe out.
yeah.
So it affects all aspect of your life.
Definitely having berries is really good for our health. And when you were talking about like the holistic approach, how did that kind of reflect on your lifestyle? Like before understanding the concept and then after understanding it?
When we are talking about berry and strawberry, cranberry, all kind of berries, it's very important. Why? It have vitamin A, high rich food, which antioxidant to our body.
Okay.
Have fibers, so it's good for our gut health. It have also selenium, which improving metabolic rate of our body.
Oh,
So
interesting.
when you are talking about berry, I'm someone who are very good with
Into it.
berries, into it too much because it's very healthy food grade يعني.
So that's probably why they're so expensive, right?
In my opinion, because we bring it out from Europe and America.
Yeah.
But in Middle East, if we start to produce it,
Yes.
it will be less.
Yeah, I can relate to that. When I was studying abroad in the States, actually, like the price of it was really kind of cheap and affordable.
Yes.
Compared to it's like kind of double. Sometimes like culture could maybe affect our dietitian choices or maybe like the way we're gonna stick to a diet plan.
Yeah, because we don't see a lot of people going to buy strawberries and blackberries and stuff, especially here. I'm talking like our acquaintances. They're not really that knowledgeable about all of these health benefits of fruits.
But,
Exactly.
I see these days they are focusing on berries, not like before, but in the same time, خلينا it's kind of money aspects affecting the choices of our lifestyle.
And that's probably why a lot of people saying that going healthy is more expensive than buying unhealthy food.
I have an idea in that situation.
Yeah.
It's really the healthy food is expensive, okay?
Okay.
But in the same time, you are investing in your body,
In your-
investing for
For
long
the long term.
run. Yes.
Yes.
So when you are buying for you today 3 healthy meals,
Like the stock market.
you are stop paying medication in the future.
Oh,
You stop giving more money to any clinic to decrease or doctor
To do
make,
surgery, to do something
surgery
like
in
expensive in the future.
Yeah.
So you are investing in your body, investing in your age,
Your health.
investing in your brain.
Yeah.
So your lifestyle will enhancing when you you pay more like
Because food-
5 kd.
Because
maybe
food is the building
more.
block, right?
Yes.
Like your entire future basically depends on
Yes.
the kind of food that you're eating now.
When you are talking about healthy food, you are talking about investing.
Life plan investment.
Yes.
Our
So-
dear viewers, a lot of people think about like the future only like the financial plans, but they don't think about investing in their own body. She shared like an amazing tip. Focus on your body, not only the financial plan, because your body If you don't have like a healthy body, you're not gonna have like
You will not
Finan-
enjoy your money.
enjoy your money.
So,
صح؟
so let's take me for example. If I was gonna have 6 days of eating healthy food, and then on the 7th day is gonna be unhealthy food from breakfast all the way to
No, I
dinner.
will give you just 1
It's
hour.
not gonna outweigh. There's no balance there, or how is that?
When you are following a healthy lifestyle,
Yeah.
already your need will decrease. Your need for sugar will decrease. Okay, you are telling me that
But it's
you
delicious.
you will telling me
Yeah.
that you will have 1 day off. We tell that is a 1 day off.
The 1 day off, yes.
But when you are educated about nutrition and you will follow up daily nutrition lifestyle,
Yeah.
you will feel the acidity of the junk food on your mouth, and you will not like it anymore.
But maybe that's
So-
the secret, because a lot of people say that because they have such bad ingredients, that's why they're so good.
That's
no,
interesting
my
concept.
my aim here is that you will feel disgusting
Yeah.
from the texture of the food is unhealthy
Unhealthy.
food.
Sometimes like when
I'm
it's stuck in your belly, like after eating it, like you feel
Your
kind of
smell,
heavy.
acidity of your mouth, the texture of your skin, everything will affect.
You feel guilty as well.
And
Sometimes when
will
you
feel
eat
healthy.
one of those meals,
Yes, yes.
you end up and you're like, what did I do with my life?
So
All because of
if
this.
you follow up 40 days without any junk food or bad choices, you will feel, and when you return to junk food, you will feel
Be like,
disgusting
no,
a little.
not
You will
anymore,
not
huh? Not anymore.
anymore like it. Maybe you will having a little of cake, a
Yeah.
little of meal, but not all the day. You can't.
Yeah.
You
So
can't.
that actually happened with me. So I've cut off sugar from me, like willingly.
Mm-hmm.
So if something has sugar in it that they cooked, but like sugar with tea and with drinks and everything, for more than 10 years now. So now whenever I drink tea, and even if they have like a quarter of a small teaspoon, I can still feel it so
Yeah,
sweet
You don't
because
like
the body detoxes it.
Detox.
Yeah.
You will not like it anymore.
Yeah.
So just follow up nutrition, healthy food lifestyle. You will not like anymore the junk. Maybe you will try it between while and while, but you will not like it anymore. You will feel guilty most of the time. You will feel guilty. So you will feel that how the smell of your body, how the smell of your acidity in your mouth,
And even like
your
the
hair,
way your
your
face looks,
skin.
and it's not like shiny anymore.
Yes,
Yeah.
you will feel tired,
Yes.
not fresh, and
Yeah.
Sometimes like when I scroll in the media and then I saw like some people with really like good body, physique, it kind of inspire me to do workout. So
Yes.
do you see like nowadays social media like has more positive influence when it comes like to diet and being healthy, or like kind of less?
in my opinion, the future of nutrition and diet it will be in social media.
Social media.
Most of it will be in social media, it will be in apps, and it will be in education.
But it's
Okay?
hard because there's no filtering process for social media. It's very hard to see the correct information from the bad one.
Because of that, we need
Regulations.
mashallah, Kuwait have a regulation for that.
Yeah.
It's now no misleading information. It will be appear in the social media.
You know what's like the issue is like when someone really talk to you about like how to lose weight. He's a dietitian, but he's kind of obese.
Yeah, there's too many. Sometimes there is a problem in medical problem. They will have a medical problem in their lifestyle,
Yeah.
not just food problem.
Honestly, like if I saw you speaking, on like dietitian and like regarding like your
I should be ideal.
exactly.
I should
yeah.
be ideal. So I'm making what already I'm talking about.
You're practicing what you are.
I'm practicing what already I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I'm going to the gym. I'm eating healthy. I'm drinking water, taking my supplements, and following up a small frequent meal.
Okay.
Taking around 35 grams of fibers every day. I calculate my water intake, like
Water intake.
25
Yeah.
milli for every kilogram from my weight for my weight. So like that, it should be every day.
Every day.
And so would this be your final message to the audiences, or the thing that you want them to take away from this episode?
It should be lifestyle journey. It's not a destination. Healthy lifestyle should be your reality.
Yeah.
Every day you need to invest in your body, not just eating. When you eat, you think about investing.
Yeah.
And follow up with
A dietitian.
dietitian to know exactly how grams fibers,
Yeah.
how grams of protein you need to eat at least once per your life.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Ayat Mehmedan. That was really lovely. It was insightful. We learned a lot from sitting down with you.
Yeah.
And thank you, our audiences, for tuning in. And we'll be right back.
As you saw, we had a great conversation with Ayat Abuhmaidan, who's a dietitian, and she has a lot of information, useful. She shared with us how we can lose weight, what kind of plan we can take, and also how we can gain muscles. And one of the most interesting concepts was holistic approach.
Yeah, and I think we really learned a lot from her. She talked to us about misconceptions in diet and everything. And that was really a wonderful episode.
Very insightful.
Yeah, and that was all we had for the Untold. So be sure to check us out next time. Thank you.